You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Stand Up, Sit Down, featuring in-depth discussion and interviews with stand-up comedians on the art of stand-up comedy. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Stand Up, Sit Down.
Thomas, and I'm just here so I won't get fined. That's right, I'm back at it. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Another Friday night here in Los Angeles, right here. Another Black Hollywood Live session of stand up and sit down. And today with me, I got the one and only, that Philly cat back at it.
No doubt.
The one and only Mr. Jamal Doman. You done seen this man everywhere. Comicview, everywhere. This brother is working, hustling,
You might
man.
have seen me at your local post office.
Exactly.
The liquor store. I'm somewhere.
Doing it. Making it happen, man. Thank you so much for being on the show.
No,
First
thank you
foremost.
for having me, man. I've been wanting to get on the show for a while, man.
Thank
You're doing
you,
a good job, man.
That was, we've been calling back and forth, man. Glad our schedules worked out and I got my man on here.
Yes.
Definitely, man. First and foremost, man, let's tell the people where you're from.
I'm from North Philadelphia, the Richard Island Projects in North Philadelphia.
I'm scared right now.
Neighborhood so
stuff.
bad the mailman wear his regular clothes. Like I got to blend in with these cats.
Don't let them know. Don't let them know.
So the mailman got on Tim's.
Definitely. Man, so coming out of Philly, man, born and raised, did you move around or?
No, I was born in North Philly, raised in North Philly. I was born at Temple University Hospital.
Okay.
Went to high school right down the block. Actually, my freshman year, I went to a white high school because, they used to bus the black kids to the white neighborhoods. I don't know why they did that. I guess they figured the schools was better down there. So my my freshman year, I'm at this white high school, and I went to this. I snuck out and went to the store down the block. I came back. I guess I don't know if I was in the wrong. I was crossing the street, and some white guy in a pickup truck maybe kind of missed me. He got out the truck. He was like, "You effing nigger." And then I was like, I'm from North Philly. I'm like, man, you cracker. And he went to the back of his truck like he was getting something. I ran all the way till I got back into class. I ain't stopped running. I told my mother, and we went back. I went back to the black high school back in my neighborhood where they know.
So we can't do. I thought it was North Carolina stores. I didn't know it was like that over north.
That happens in Philly, the Northeast. The Northeast where the white people live at.
Definitely went back and was doing the homework. Like, okay, SAT, let's do it. Let's do it then, brother. Did you always know you were funny, man?
I guess a little bit. Comedy runs in my family. My grandmother, rest her soul, I lost her in June, but she was the comedian of the family. My grandmother was hilarious. So comedy ran in our family. We was like one of the first families in the projects to get HBO. So I remember, watching with my mother. They used to love Robert Klein and George Carlin specials, them early HBO specials and stuff like that. So comedy ran in my family. We was always laughing, cracking jokes. My older brother was kind of really the comedian because he could snap on people.
Yeah. Got that natural talent, that reaction
on people, talking about, hey man, that shirt you got on, man, and stuff. So I kind of got it from him, but I really didn't know I was going to get into stand-up. Actually, when I first got out of high school, I wanted to be a rapper. I was MC Jamal.
Who was hot right there when you were in high school, man? Rapper-wise.
When I was in, I'm showing my age. I was EPMD, Big Daddy Kane,
the classics,
NWA, Ice Cube. So that's when I was, a Tribe Called Quest, Nice and Smooth.
This is when rappers would rap. They wouldn't sing. You know what I'm saying?
That was the gold. They call that the golden era.
Yes.
Rakim. Come on, you can't. So I was caught up in all that, man, and I wanted to be a rapper. So I was MC Jamal. Because everybody back in the day was MC Light, MC Hammer.
Exactly.
And I made a couple demos. I was all right. You know what I mean? But my style, and then I look back at it, my style was kind of like, I was just borrowing from other rappers. I was Coogee Rap / Big Daddy Kane / MC Light. So I made a couple demos, did a couple talent shows, but after a while I was like, comedy kind of was calling me. I was like, I don't know if rapping is my thing. I'm funny. I was watching Def Comedy Jam, and I went to go see Martin do the You So Crazy tour in Philly.
Woo!
man.
That's a classic, baby.
Woo.
It's a
And
classic.
this before the movie, you know, he was doing a tour.
Yeah.
And just to watch him rock 20,000 people for like an hour and a half, just watch this man have 20,000 people in the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I want to do that, man.
Yeah.
I want to do that. So that's how I kind of got into comedy.
Definitely, man. Oh man, so you went the class clown in school and everything.
I was but my parents were strict. Like my parents would come up there and beat my behind in front of the class. Like they didn't play that. And that happened a couple times. Like 5th grade, my step pop came up there and gave me a spanking in front of the class. I think it happened in 6th grade, which is, you know, it's kind of hard to mack on girls when you just
when you trying to cry. Like, so what you doing later though?
They be like, didn't your pop come up there and whip you in front of the class? Like, so I was a little class clown, but it wasn't too serious because my parents didn't play that. But you know, we had comedy in the house. It was just like family reunions and you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas. It was just, and it's funny because I kind of grew up. Speaking of Christmas, my stepfather was Muslim. So my mother was Christian, but then she married him, so it was kind of weird. So we would, you know, some years we would celebrate Christmas and some years we wouldn't. Like you know
how he was feeling. Or did it depend on the raise? If he got a raise, they were like, nah, I'm Muslim this year.
I was like, we Muslim this year. Like, we was Christian last year. Like, y'all got to make up your mind. Which and my grandmother didn't have that. She was like, you know what? She would sneak us toys. Like, they gonna get some toys. Like, so it was kind of just so much comedy in our family. So I kind of grew up in it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Your first time on stage, man, was it back in Philly?
It was back in Philly, yeah. No, actually it was in, well, you can say it was in Camden, New Jersey, which is right across the bridge from us. People say it's just basically South Philly. Yeah. My first time on stage, you know what? I was thinking about doing stand-up comedy. I went down to a couple open mics in Philly, and I signed up. But I was so nervous I didn't go up. Like, I signed up, and then I left the building.
And they were like, Jamal Doman.
They were like, where is it? We keep seeing his name on the list every week. Is this a ghost or something? I was so scared. And then one time I went to this one open mic. My friend Javon Pearson, who was hot at the time in Philly, he was hosting. And I sat in the back, and I was just, and I saw this little skinny African comedian, like, looking at his notes. He was like, he had a box, and he was like looking at his notes, and he was telling Javon, when I'm going up. Javon said, I got you. So then Javon put him up, and he went up there. He said, hey, I'm Michael Blackson. He did all these jokes about being African and stuff like that. You could tell he was nervous, but he had natural ability. Yeah. And I'm sitting in the back watching him. Then after the show, I kind of met him, and I was like, man, I'm trying to do it. I'm just nervous. He said, man, you got to get over the nervousness. Just do it. So 2 weeks later, we heard about this Apollo night in Camden, New Jersey. They was having Apollo night. Anybody can come down there and perform. So my cousin was like, you know what, Jamal, we tired of you saying you want to be a comedian. We're going to drive over there, and you're going to do it. So I figured with them backing me up, they kind of gave me some little courage. So we went down there and signed up. They put me on stage. I told the lady, I lied to the lady. She was like, how long you been no stand-up? I said, I've been in the game for a while. I ain't never been on stage.
Well, vet shouted.
She's like, okay. So they put me up, and I went. I remember one of my first jokes was like this Mary J. Blige real love joke, and I was talking about she got the real weave. It was some whack joke I came up with. I went up there and did that. Boo! Boo! So the crowd started booing me. And remember, this Apollo night, so they had this guy, he comes up on stage and takes
the Sandman, like the Sandman coming out there. Yeah.
So I seen him out the corner of my eyes coming to get me. The crowd booing, and it happened, it's just God. Because I saw a guy in the front row, he had kind of like a tight shirt on. Remember, snapping, I got that from my brother. I could always snap on people. Yeah. So I see the guy coming to get me. I see everybody booing me, this guy, and I'm like, man, you got the nerve to be booing me with your little brother's shirt on. And people, you know how black people is, a couple people start laughing. Exactly. Then I kind of went on his jeans. Look at them jeans you got on, man. You need some lotion. Them jeans ashy. People start laughing. Then it's funny because Sandman was like, he stopped. He was like right there because he looking at the crowd. Now they laughing a little bit. So I see him kind of like he don't know what to do. Yeah. So I just started going on people. I was talking about this guy. Next thing you know, the whole crowd, I had everybody laughing. Sandman walked back off, and I finished my set. And I didn't win, but the lady was like, come back next week. You kind of funny. Just come back next week. So I came back next week, and then maybe a couple weeks later, they started a comedy night. She was like, I'm thinking about starting a comedy night on Wednesday nights. Spread the word. Come, and that's how I kind of started in the game. Yeah. I caught the bug, and just, you know how it is, man. Once you catch it, you just love it.
You do it, man. You do it. You did that D.L. Hughley, man. I tell people all the time, don't sit anywhere near the stage if Hughley is going.
Oh man, I used to remember Joe Torre from the Def Comedy Jam. Remember, he used to, he told the girl in Def, it looked like her feet looked like she was kicking flour. Her feet were so ashy. Like So and it's funny because now. When I first started out, I used to do that a lot, but once I got material, I stopped. And also, I ain't want no people,
coming to see you. You are in Philly. Don't be on Broad Street.
I'm in Philly. You can't be. They will. Hey, what you say about my shirt? You be on the subway going, the train going home, and what you say about my shirt? So I kind of got out of that real quick because I ain't want nobody, chasing me down.
Yeah. You don't want a problem.
I've seen some comedians get beat down by the audience members. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
This is real talk. People forget, when you get off stage, brothers take it real personal.
Man, you can't. Listen, I've seen it. I've seen audience members be like, "I'll be right back." Go to the car, come back. So once I started getting material, I got funny pretty quickly. It took me maybe about. The best advice I got was Bob Sumner. I did this comedy competition. I was only doing it for like 6 months, and he came to Philly and did this comedy competition. I came in second place. And after the show, he took me to the side. He was like, he said, take it 5 minutes at a time. Because I was like, what's the advice he said, take it 5 minutes at a time. Build a 5-minute setup. Work it to a 10-minute set. Work that to a 15-minute. Work that to a 20 minutes. That's the best advice I got. Yeah. Because that's what I did. I mastered a 5-minute set. I did it all over town. Then I built it up to a 10-minute, then built it to a 15. Then, as you do it long, it comes easy. Next thing you know, you look up, you got 25 minutes, and now you can start featuring at clubs and stuff like that. So that's what I did, and I got funny pretty quickly. I did my 4 years of college in Philly, because I was in Philly for 4 years.
Yeah. Where would you go?
The tri-state area. I did my 4 years of comedy college.
Oh, okay, got you.
I always say, I did 4 years. I did my,
you put in the work.
Put in my work, and then I knew Philly. I knew you can't stay there. I mean, it's either New York or L.A. It's either one or the other. So I had more contacts in L.A., so I decided to come out to L.A.
I was about to say, man, what made you not just go right up the street?
You know what? It's funny. Because now I look back at it years later, if I had to do it all over again, I would have went to New York first.
Why so?
Because New York, it's just comedians. You get on stage, you can get up 3 times a night. New York. That's why New York comics are so strong. It's just they live and die stand-up comedy. L.A. is different because you're trying to get into TV, but in New York they trying to do stand up, and if the TV happens, it just happens. I think I was watching your interview with Tony Rock. Yeah, say the same thing, and it's true.
These LA cats, they auditioning.
Yeah, and at the time, that's what I was thinking about, just coming to an audition. Now, if I had to do it all over again, I would have went up to New York for maybe 3 or 4 years, but hindsight is 20/20.
Because that skin get thick up in New York, bro. If you ain't.
But and also another reason I moved out to LA was New York was too close to Philly, and I felt I wouldn't be able to stay focused. It's when you can run back home to mama, run back home to grandma.
Yeah, go make a ham sandwich real quick. You
a couple little shorties I got. A turkey sandwich. Remember, we Muslim. We can't do the ham unless it's turkey ham.
You're right. It's turkey, right? Okay, just make sure.
We's Muslim for that. It depends on what year it is. So I thought I go out to LA, it's 3,000 miles, mama ain't up the block, grandma ain't up the block, and I can stay a little focused and disciplined. That's what I figure I need. I figure New York, I go, I got a shorty in Philly, I wouldn't be able to stay focused.
Yeah.
So that was my mindset. I had a couple more contacts out in LA, so it's years later, it happened. If I had to do it now, I tell young comics in Philly now, go up to New York first, and that's what they do. A lot of them are up in New York doing their thing now. Yeah. Kev, that's how he did it. Kev left Kevin Hart, North Philly comic. He left Philly and went up to New York. That's how he got his heat. He went up to New York, and they saw him. He got his management. He went to Montreal. All that happened in New York, and then he came out to L.A., but he was already, had a lot of stuff going on.
It was already popping. So when he stepped out, I was like, oh, we don't care. We don't care.
So that's, if I had to do it again, it is what it is, man. People ask me, would you move? I would never move back to Philly. It's too hood over there.
So don't get.
But I would move. If I had enough popping, I would move to New York, because you still do the stand-up if I had enough popping.
Yeah, and you got stuff and shows out there, but this is TV land,
This is TV land, so this is this. And don't get me wrong, I've adjusted to LA. I love LA.
But hold on, speaking on that, we talk about the comedians out here. I feel like a lot of comedians look like they got the Day 26 jacket on. You know what I'm saying? They look like it's about to be like a C group. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that's the thing about that's kind of what Tone was talking about, and it's funny because I think Tone said he said if a lot of people, if they get a television show, I think they would stop standing.
Yeah.
And that's...
Yeah, Tone be up there like T-shirt and jeans. Like, you be up there with T-shirt and jeans. I might make you laugh.
I don't care how much money I get. I'm always going to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what I mean? It runs in my blood. But, some of these comics, I don't know if they want to be models or rappers or comedians.
Oh, Drake's? I don't know. Drake's just everywhere, bro. And the brother's talented. Don't get it twisted. But, he's so marketable because he walks that line between a rapper and a singer. And, I guess people trying to walk that line between a comedian, stand-up comedian, and soap opera actor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to choose, bro.
Whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever, hey, man, it might work out for some of them. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's just, who knows? To me, I'm stand-up warrior, man.
Definitely, man. Tell me, being that warrior out here, man, you're going to have some ups and downs. So let me know about that worst show you ever did, bro.
Oh, my God. There was a lot of them. A lot of them. One night, maybe about 10 years ago, I was doing Chocolate Sundays.
Yeah.
And I've been doing Chocolate Sundays for a while. One of my favorite places to go.
And if people don't know out there, Chocolate Sundays is the hottest spot in LA for black comics. Sundays going down at the Laugh Factory.
Yep.
Make sure you're there if you're in town.
Shout out to Pookie and everybody over there, Ron G. So I was supposed to go up. I was next, and I did the room, killed the room many times. I was next. D-Ray walk in. D-Ray Davis. What's up, D-Ray Davis? So he walk in. They say, hey, you know what? D-Ray gonna go up before you. He gonna do, he's just gonna do like 5-7 minutes. And I'm so naive. I'm like, okay, all right.
Okay, go ahead, Showtime. Go ahead.
He goes up there, does about 15, kills him. I mean, D-Ray is funny. He's a beast.
He's funny dude.
So I'm coming up next, and I just wasn't able to follow him. I just, our stand-up is our material is kind of different. And I came, and I think I got in my head following him. That's what the thing about it. You can't get caught up in your head. You can't psych yourself out. Yeah, that's what I did. So I go up there. I think I started off cool, and I did a joke that my friend kind of suggested to me, and and I kind of wrote it, and it's the first time I tried it on stage, and the joke just died, and I was never able to recover from that. And I tried to do something. Well, once you lose black folks, you can't. It's hard to get them back.
They like, what?
I think I did a flip on stage. I tried to do everything to get them back. They just looking at me like, where's D-Ray at? Is he coming back up on stage? And I said, okay. I just wrapped it up. Chris Spencer came up there and tore me a new. I don't know if we can. Well,
you can say anything.
We say anything. Tore me a new asshole. As he's supposed to do as the host. You know what I mean? And it was just like one of my worst sets, man. And Pookie for a long time, he didn't let me back on stage.
It was like, oh man,
And I'm like, Pookie, I didn't rip 10 times here, just the one time, But it's the game, man. Maybe a couple weeks after that, I did FAMU, Florida A&M, and I went down there and bombed. It was an auditorium. They had a comedy night on Wednesday. They would bring comedians, so they had the auditorium was packed, 1,000 students. Yeah, I went up there and died 1,000 deaths. And it was like a couple weeks after the D-Ray thing, so it was like, man, I remember on a plane coming back home, I was so down, and I was just like, I think I called Chris Spencer, and I called a couple other people, my mentors, Doug Williams, just talked to him. And I said, give me some, criticism, like what you think. They said, you know what, you too robotic on stage, you too stiff on stage. And I was, because I would just go up there, hey, I'm Jamal Doman, first joke, second joke, third joke, fourth joke, no kind of, it was just like a robot. And so I took that advice and I just kind of changed up and just said, because they was like, you don't seem like you having fun on stage. You don't smile, you don't laugh at. You don't have to laugh at every joke, but enjoy yourself. You just so robotic on stage. Scripted. That's a good word. So after that, I kind of just was like, I got the message, and I just, after that, I was just like, all right, I'm going to have fun on stage. I'm going to just have fun with the people. It's not going to be so robotic. And, that was about 10 years ago. Man, I've had rough sets since then. I'm not going to say I ain't never bombed since then. But it's been, that was a learning experience for me. That's probably my lowest moment. But now I look at it, might be one of my best moments because, you turn it around and...
That's how you get better, man.
That may be what I need. Oh, you get better by, but the people will let you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, come with it. Go back home and write some new jokes. Or come on, black people...
and speaking of that, man, how do you feel about certain types of comedy, certain types of rooms, man? Do you feel like, I got to switch my material up? And this, I was watching YouTube, man. You did a whole Latino room and all that thing. Yeah. So, like, do you switch your material up, or do you feel like if it's funny, it's funny, or do you like, hey, I gotta?
If it's funny, it is funny. I mean, most of I may have to, if I do a black room and then I do a white room the next night, I may switch up maybe 10% of my set. It's just maybe just a little something that goes over a little well, that I notice goes over a little well better. So, but most of my set is going to be the same. You know what I mean? I may just switch up maybe 10%. I just came back from Canada. I did Canada, and over there, they get most of our stuff. I maybe had to switch up maybe 20% of my set. It's funny, I went to Canada. My first show was on a Thursday. And one of my heavy hitter jokes, like my big punchlines, the Keisha knows everybody joke, which kills everywhere. I did it up in Canada. They looked at me just like you looking at me now. Like, oh, okay.
You don't know.
Yeah, after that first show, I was like, all right, and I saw what they was laughing at and what they wasn't laughing at. They got most of it, but just maybe about 10, 15, 20% of my stuff I had to change. I wrote a joke. I said, I kind of wrote it up in Canada. They love it, and it's funny. I'm going to test it out. I think white people and the Canadians obviously love it. I think white people going to love it. I'm interested to see how the joke goes over in the black room. I haven't done it yet because I just wrote it up in Canada. But it's basically, hey everybody, my name is Jamal Doman. My first name Jamal is Arabic. It means inner beauty. My last name Doman is Irish. It means black man with big dick. And the Canadians loved it. So I'm interested to see how urban black room is going to take it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's tough, man, to switch it up, man, because you hear some old raunchy stuff and be like, God dang.
You can't. Sometimes, I've seen comics like, I know a lot of black comics who can't do white rooms, who can't do... to me, I want all the money. I don't want to...
If it's green...
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to box myself. I want all that money.
Yeah.
I can, somebody call me for a church gig. Yeah, I can do a church gig. I can stop cussing. My material, I know what to do. Some comics couldn't do a church gig. Like, I need all that money. I've seen comics, like black comics. I've seen them destroy black rooms and then, do the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermoso Beach or a white room, and they can't
connect.
That hood don't connect. I mean, you can do. It just depends, like. It was this one comic back in Philly. He was doing it. He had this funny joke about something about flying roaches, white roaches, like little real hood stuff. Like, you ever had you see that white roach, the albino roach, which is in the hood. It's funny. I was laughing. Yeah. And then because I can, you can relate. You ever get that roach that be flying? Like, what's up with that roach? I've seen them do it in black rooms, kill, and then I've seen them do a white room, and it kind of went over their head. They was, some of them got it. You just have to know your room, know your audience.
That's real. That's real. Definitely, man. Speaking of that, man, knowing your room and all that audience, man, the game is somewhat shifted. Your hustle has got to change, man. Like I'm pretty sure when you started off, it was just open mic, but now it's a lot of cats getting on. From the Instagrams and the YouTubes, and I'm gonna be truly with you. These guys don't understand when they get on stage. It's a different muscle.
It's a different muscle. Yeah.
And like I'm like, how do you feel about that? Because I know you making definitely the transition because your Instagram is freaking hilarious.
Appreciate that. King of Captions, hit me up at Jamal Doman. King of Captions.
Follow this man. You'll be laughing already like tonight, instantly, man. So how do you feel like making that transition and stuff and you know, I'm just glad you're adjusting to the times.
Yeah, because you know what? It's funny because I've been in the game for a while, but I consider myself, I'm kind of like that middle-aged comic where I'm still keep my ear to the youthful comics, but I know some of the older school comics too. I'm like in the middle. I can bridge them together. So I kind of know what they doing or what they about, and I kind of know, I keep my ear to what the young folks are doing. Speaking of the, like you were saying, the Instagram comics and stuff like that, I think obviously it's a lane for them.
Yeah.
And I ain't hating on them. I have no issue with them. I mean, do your thing. The King Korans or the King Box, they doing their thing and they getting work. You know,
these cats got like over $1 million.
They're not comedians. They comedic personalities and stuff. Or, you know, sketch comics, or I guess you can say. And I like what they doing. It is a different beat, stand up, and I think they know that. And some of them I think are trying to make the transition to the stage, and some of them just like, I'm gonna let y'all do that thing. Right, or
even to like a scripted sitcom, because people don't even know that's a whole nother The thing about Martin that was so crazy, you know what I'm saying? As you can understand, like acting is a whole nother beast as well.
Beast, yes.
You know, that stand up. Yep, but everybody can't transition to that 30-minute sitcom.
Exactly. Just because you can do the 6-second Vine or the 15-second Instagram there, and it's all about it's all about what your process is all about. If you want to do that, then do the work, go do the training and get into acting class. So if you respect, I have no issues as long as they respect the game. If they, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to study. I'm going to go to acting class or go to improv class. I was riding down the street. I think King Baka's in the television show. I saw a little billboard.
The Hulu joint,
the Hulu. Mm-hmm. Much love to him, man.
Definitely.
Do your thing, man. And some comics, how they taking money? Because I heard one of my friends bought King Koran. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right.
Kiran, like yeah.
I heard my homie brought him to Atlantic City, and I think he got paid like $5,000 just to host a party or something.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, but hey, you know what I mean?
It is what it is.
Do your thing, man. And so that's what I'm trying to build my base like that. To me, I have to stand up. Now we're getting more into sketches now. We're going to start doing that. I just had a meeting the other day where we're going to do kind of like a reality sitcom show about my life, about a comedian, just a comedian grinding, and so we're gonna shoot that and just put webisodes online. So you just have to take advantage. That's why, like we was talking about earlier, some of these older comics, they don't,
they're not gonna touch it.
They don't have an email, or they don't. Not only do they don't have a Twitter or Facebook, they don't even have an email. I'm like, man, you gotta listen. I get a lot of my work off of Facebook.
Yeah.
I get booked a lot off of, Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. Somebody just hit me up. A girl been following me on Instagram. She hit me up about hosting her Kappa Alpha Psi event in a couple months. You have to change with the times. I know a lot of comics I started out with, or when I started out, they was already in the game, and they were funny beasts back in, 94, 95.
Yeah.
And they still telling the same jokes to this day. They haven't evolved. They haven't changed with the times. I got a friend. He still telling Keith Sweat, Anita Baker jokes like that was popping back in 94, 95. But dude, and then some of them be calling me up. Can you hook me up? And it's like it's hard to. I try my best to, plug you in, but, you need a tape. You need a current tape. They can't watch your Showtime at the Apollo tape from 96.
With the lines already, you know what I'm saying?
The Def Jam, and it's got to be put it on YouTube. They can't need a VCR. VHS tape. It don't work that no more. Like, I used to send out packages when I first moved out here. I had a VHS tape, and I used to send out my package. Now you can do all that online. Now you can just send a clip to them. Now you have to take advantage of the time. So I just try my best to, like I said, I'm right. I feel like I'm in the middle. I'm the bridge between the older school comics, the Lewis Dicks and the ones the ones I respect, the Ralph Harris, and to the younger comics, the Donovans and the Ron G's and stuff like that. So it inspires me. I met Donovan. I did a show down in San Diego maybe about 10 years ago, and Donovan came up. He was came up and they gave him like 5 minutes because he was down in the military. Mm-hmm. He came up and they gave him like 5 minutes. He was country. That's what he was going by, country. And they gave him like he went up there and begged for 5 minutes and did his thing. And I talked to him after. So to see him progress, it's a good feeling, man. Just to see people elevating the game. And look at you, man. You know what I mean?
Man.
We met at an open mic, right?
Open mic, man.
Yeah.
This is real talk, man. I went up and we met a while back doing the How to You with my boy, Douglas You. With my boy, Hottie.
Hottie and Charles.
Charles, man. But definitely, this is real love, man. My man was about to walk out. I was doing my little set, man. I was like, yo, man, Jamal, stay away for a couple minutes, man. Just give me some pointers, man. And like, it's a lot of cats that'll be like, stay positive, bro. Keep walking, you know what I'm saying?
When the next time you going up, man? I gotta, Nah, but listen, I always, I'm inspired with young comics. You did great that night, and look at years later. Look, I mean,
it's coming,
stand
man.
Up, sit down. Like, come on, man.
It's coming.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Slowly but surely doing my thing, man. And
let me borrow $5.
Trying to, man. Trying to. I'm about to do some Instagram videos now. Them brothers coming off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, $5,000.
Like what?
Man, I gotta do something, man.
And
let's do something together. I mean, let's
down, bro.
Let's make it happen.
And speaking about just the hustle and all that stuff, traveling and stuff, man. How's the love life been? Since you've been in the entertainment business, man. Is it easy? Is it tough? Is it?
Well, I mean, honestly, you're gonna get groupies. I mean, it's some about us on stage, and women love it. Women love a funny guy. So
Bruce.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're gonna get groupie. It's not, I'm not at that level. I'm not at the Kevin Hart level where, I get to pick and choose. Well, not saying Kev has a fiance. I'm just saying comics on that level, it's I'm not on that level.
Yeah.
But we get it, we get some groupies after the show, it's cool. It's hard. It is hard. You gotta find somebody who understands what you're doing, respects what you're doing, and because a lot of girls, they don't, they just used to a guy 9 to 5. We're not 9 to 5 guys.
Exactly.
We're 24 hours a day, on the job. Come home 12, at the club. So some women don't understand that. Some women don't respect it. You just got to find somebody. You got to sit them down, be honest with them, and tell them, hey, this is what I do. I mean, this is my life. You can be a part of it. It's me and you. I mean, it's like any other. You have to have trust. I mean, I've been in relationships and I've been in the game. I've been single in the game. It's single, ready to mingle. Hey, you on the road?
Out there swimming. You out there swimming? This is what's going.
You on the road? You know what I mean? Shorty come up to you after the show. Hey, that's you just be responsible. Wear some condoms.
Yep.
Don't
stay positive. Stay negative. Stay negative over here.
And take her to Denny's in the morning. That
was a Philly comment. Yeah, take her to Denny's, B.
It's not really, people always, I was in Canada, did you get with some Canada? It ain't really. Most of the time, as soon as the show is over, you back at the hotel.
Chilling.
On the computer, on Pornhub, or, did I say that out loud? Or, you know what I mean?
Oh, snap. That's what's up. Red Tube,
Red Tide, is that?
Red Tube.
That's hot.
Tube,
I got to check that out.
Check that out,
man, because I'm tired of Pornhub. I think I've seen all the clips on there. I need some new. Somebody told me X-Tube. Check that out.
Oh yeah. It gets real.
Red Tube. I'm gonna check that out.
Document that, baby.
So yeah, it's just like any type of any
type of profession, man.
That you're in. You just gotta have. You gotta. It's gotta be honesty, and people have to respect what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Who are some of the cats you look up to, man, in the game, man?
Oh man, it's I have a lot of mentors in the game that help me out. Doug Williams is helped me out. Pierre, David Raybon, Chris Spencer, Buddy Lewis. It's so many funny cats out there.
Yeah, vets, baby.
It's so many funny cats, and I'm inspired by I'm always new cats. Tony Baker. Who's incredible. You know what I mean? I remember.
And Tony hadn't been doing it that long.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the cat is funny, man.
I'm inspired. It's a young kid, Reuben Warren. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's from Atlanta. In Philly, we got a lot of cats doing their thing. There's a cat named Anthony Moore in Philly. It's Teray, one of my, I came up in the game. Teray inspires me. He's one of the funniest, coldest cats in the game. Michael Blackson, just to watch Michael doing his thing, man. Like, me and Michael was supposed to move out here together. We used to come out here early years and catch the bus to the comedy store and stuff like that. Now he's headlining improvs and he's one of the hottest comics. D-Ray is funny, is hilarious to me, even though you made me bomb that 10 years ago. But I'm inspired. I just love the game. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by people who respect the game and carry themselves as professionals. The assholes in the games, I don't like. It's a lot of assholes in the game.
But hold on, I want you to touch on that. We ain't got much time, but I want you to touch on that, man. Like, as far as like the hostility and like the animosity, specifically towards black men, up in the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics in this game.
Yes,
There's a lot of bitch assness in this game.
Yes, sir.
It's a shame you have to deal with it. I try to navigate around it. It's a couple times. I got close to smacking the shit out of a couple comedians.
Yep. Don't take them to Philly, baby.
I almost North Philly was about to come out on me, but thankfully, we worked
Cooler
that out.
heads prevail,
but it's just, I just try to navigate. It's like any other occupation. You got to navigate around the bullshit. There's always going to be politics. There's always going to be drama.
And it ain't no HR to report to.
Exactly, with us. That's the HR right there, these two. HR. You just got to navigate around. Some people just are not happy with themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of people bitter over their careers. I try to, I'm never going to be bitter. I just had a conversation with my ex about, cause I'm happy. You know what I mean? Is my career where I want it to be? I mean, probably not. But I wake up every morning. I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I make people laugh. I get to travel. I'm a kid from the projects of Philadelphia who's been to Iraq, Afghanistan, Guam, Canada, Germany, Kuwait. I've been around the world. Iceland. I've been around the world. I don't. I can't complain. Do I want my bank account? We all want our bank account
Always
to be
wanted to look
a couple
better
more added O's in it.
Couple commas in there.
That's what's that song? It's hot. Spend some commas, something. Fucking up some commas.
Whatever you say.
He commas with it plural. If I remake that song, is messing up a comma.
Yep.
Just one comma.
We Joe Thousandaire there, not Joe Millionaire. Joe Thousandaire.
But I'm doing, we get, I'm doing what I want to do. The people are laughing, so I enjoy it. And how many people get up in the morning and actually do what they want to do?
Yeah. A lot of people cringe.
Exactly. A lot of people get up in the morning. I gotta go to this job. I gotta do this. So I'm not on Kevin Hart status, but I mean Kevin Hart. I mean, how many people are actually going to? I mean,
how many years it take to get there?
Yeah, and that's.
And how many bad movies?
I mean, it's not gonna. It's not gonna. But if I can, if I can just write, produce, do stand up. And create, until God calls me home, I'm happy.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing, man. On that note, man, we're going to bring it to a close. Please let the people know where they can find you online. I told you, man. They gonna like that, bro. Definitely, man. Let the people know where they can find you online and what you got coming up next and all that stuff.
Check me out. I'm on VH1 Shuttle of Shame this month. Check me out. Hit me up on Instagram. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Please follow this man on Instagram.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, iChat, Christian Mingle, Muslims Mingle. I'm on everything. At Jamal Doman, JamalDoman. At Jamal Doman. You can find me on anything. Holla at your boy, man.
Definitely, man. Thank you once again for being on the show, man. And you know where to find me, Ashford JT, ASHFORD JT.
North Carolina's finest.
You better know it. 336, stand up. You know what it is. Chris Paul, we hoping you win up in there, baby. Definitely,
that's why
man.
He is from North Carolina.
Yeah, man. Right down the street, man. Definitely make sure you follow me online. Follow BHL online. Make sure you check out my show, HowTonu, HOWTONU. Fellowship giving opportunity to HBCU students to actually work on a television production. Check it out at howtonu.com. I'm shooting it this summer at Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Stay what's up, Rough Raleigh, what's good? Definitely, man. Thank you for being on the show once again, Maul. And
no
definitely,
doubt.
man.
Black Hollywood Live.
You know what it is. It's been another one. Call it a wrap.
Peace out.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.